Does anyone want to take a guess on how long it took Chris to tell me that my shirt was broken? 3 seconds, everyone. The answer is 3 seconds. Oh my gosh, he is such an old man. Hello everyone! I am here today to share with you guys a video that you basically decided for me. I asked you guys in the community tab, what are some products that you really enjoyed that were underrated? Products that aren't talked a lot about in the beauty community that deserve a lot more hype and are just like really good products. And so I bought a whole bunch and we're going to test them out today. We have specific products, we have brands you guys feel are underrated, we have high-end drugstore, just a bunch of different stuff to choose from. Thank you so much for everyone who wrote a comment. I read through every single one of them and I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a big thumbs up and let me know if you want to see more of these types of videos where you guys kind of like pick out the products for me to test out. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on new videos every Thursday and also on Sunday. I was gonna say Tuesday, but I put up a new video on Tuesday. And without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so now that we're zoomed in a little bit, I'm going to start with the eyeshadow and I'm just putting on a little bit of primer. I tried to find the one you guys were really raving about, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus primer for the eyes, and I could not find it anywhere. So today I'm just using Fenty because it was literally right beside me. But for the eyeshadow today, I'm going to be testing out this little mini palette. This is by Viseart and it is their Petite Pro 2 palette. I've heard a lot of really good things about the Viseart palettes. I think I've only tried one of their palettes like years and years ago and I have not gone back to them. So I'm really glad I'm actually testing this out today. So here are the shades here. We have a row of mattes and a row of shimmers. The quality is supposed to be really good for these, but you're right, I haven't seen a lot of people talking about these like little mini palettes, and I think these would be really fun if you wanted to experiment with a high-end brand or you just wanted something that was really good for travel. So let's see if it's any good. So I'll start with this like beige shade right here and just apply that to the crease because I bet you anything it'll show up. Yeah, it does. I would probably personally not travel with this because it doesn't have like a really easy base crease shade for me. These shades are a little bit dark, but that could just be me. It's going with this dark matte brown. We'll put that into maybe a little bit of the crease. I want to experiment with that purple shade too, and then like some of the shimmers. I want to see how pigmented these are, how easy they are to blend out, and how long it takes to blend them out. So far so good. Let's see this purpley shade. Oh, that's kind of pretty. It's almost like a dusty purple, but it's very it's still really bold. Okay, let's like swatch some of these shimmer shades, as I just realized I did not swatch any of them. All right, what do we got at Viseart? Okay, got it. Very pigmented, very reflective. Okay, those are pretty. Ooh, should I go really matchy and like put some of that on? I'll just like blend it into my shirt. That's fine, right? We'll do that. That deeper sort of mauve shade was not as shimmery as I was hoping. This lighter one here is definitely popping a little bit more. I'm gonna try it with a little bit of Fix Plus though, which is my answer to everything if it's not metallic enough. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's a little on the pink side for me, I think. I wanted it to be a little bit more like gray mauve-y, I guess. Oh, I totally forgot about this. I meant to do this. Hold on. Before I continue further with my eyeshadow, I almost forgot. A lot of you guys wanted me to include some products from Wander Beauty because you felt like a lot of people weren't talking about it and it was a really good brand. So one of the products I wanted to put on is their Baggage Claim Gold Eye Masks. Now, I have used these in the past and I do really like them, but you know, in the spirit of underrated products, let's throw these on. These are going to brighten, hydrate, and reduce any dark circles. They're going to diminish the look of fine lines. They have hyaluronic acid in them and they're not too hydrating, like they're not in like a greasy way. So I find that they're really good if you want to apply them for like a big event or something. While you apply your eye makeup, leave these on, peel them off, like pat in the product a little bit, and then you can go onto your foundation with no issues with like it smearing or like clumping up with the product, you know? So I personally really like them. Plus they're really fun and bright shiny gold. Okay, so now I'm just gonna clean up this eye look a little bit because that is not my best work. Then we can chat a little bit on my thoughts on this product before we go on to eyeliner. Okay guys, I gotta be honest with you, I'm struggling a little bit to get these to blend. I don't know what it is, maybe I just got a bad one or something, but like these are not blending for me as smoothly as I anticipated. Okay, so now on to eyeliner, and a lot of you guys were mentioning Essence eyeliners being a really good one. Oh, I just realized I didn't tell you, I did my brows, and that's because everyone kept talking about the Essence brow gel, and like that isn't super underrated. A lot of people talk about that and how great it is, and it is good, but like it's not underrated. We gotta stick to the rules here. But anyway, back to Essence eyeliners. A lot of you guys were saying that Essence has really great liners, but then there was no like specific eyeliner that anyone mentioned. So I just bought a bunch and I'm hoping for the best. Maybe it's Essence eyeliners in general. Maybe they're all great. Maybe there's one in particular and I don't know which one it is. So let's test them out. So the first one is their Super Last 18-Hour Eyeliner. This is in deep black, and it is a liquid eyeliner, and that is the longest applicator I've ever seen for an eyeliner. What is this? Like literally it's longer than my pinky nail. Well, let's hope it applies easy. Ooh, okay. This is nice. I was expecting it to be difficult to apply, but I take it back. It is not. It is inky black. It is applying so smoothly. Oh man, where has this been all my life? And despite the fact that the applicator is like super long, it's actually not difficult to apply. Oh, I like this. Okay, now moving on to mascara. I actually got a lot of you guys talking about the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, which I've never tried before. And it says on the website that it is a game-changing mascara that's going to give lashes the appearance of volume, length, and elastic stretch in just one coat. I hate when brands say just one coat because that's never the answer. Like, give me a realistic 3 coats if you want to build volume, but 1 coat, I don't think so. So apparently this mascara was developed by plastic surgeons. I don't know why plastic surgeons are developing mascara, but anyway. It's going to apparently stretch the look of your lashes so they're wider and longer. They're going to condition them, lift and separate, create a lot of volume without any clumpiness. I don't know. This sounds like a really, really fancy mascara. I can't believe it was developed by plastic surgeons. Just, you know, probably in their off time. Okay, so far the formula is very, very black and it's applying well. It's not too wet and it's not too dry of a formula either. Okay, so that to me is 1 coat. I would say that it is black. Obviously I do have some liner on, so that's going to enhance it a little bit. I don't see a lot of extra like length, but I do see the volume there. That is really nice. We'll see what I can accomplish with 2 coats. So here we have the 2 coats. I think that it's nice. I do like how black my lashes look, and it was easy to apply, which is awesome. Not seeing as much length as I normally like, but I do like this mascara. I will be using this again. Okay, now taking off these eye masks. Now we can do the face stuff. I'll just pat this in a little bit, but you can see it's like basically already all dry. Like it's not a very heavy formula, so I really like these eye masks. Okay, now to put on my face, I'm going to start with the Maybelline Master Blur Stick. This is a pore minimizing primer, and it's a stick formula. I don't think I've ever tried this before. Whoa! I just tried it on like the palm of my hand and it somehow blurred. How do you blur the palm of your hand? What is in this stuff? Okay, let's try it on the face. I don't know how much to apply, but we're just gonna wing it. I'm gonna do a couple of strokes here and like kind of blend it in. I can't really see anything, so I have no idea how I'm doing this. A little bit on the nose too, because you know, gotta blur that out. Not my nose, but the pores on my nose. You know what I mean. Okay, so far it seems to be doing a pretty good job at blurring everything. It feels a little heavy on the skin. I have to stop adding any. It is feeling a little bit like greasy, I guess the best way I can describe it. I feel like I didn't add a ton, but like enough that I could see some sort of pore minimizing stuff on my skin. But we'll let this kind of like sink in a little bit and we'll go on to foundation. And the foundation today is by Jouer. This is their Essential High Coverage Foundation. This is with hyaluronic acid, but it's matte. It has hydrating ingredients, but it's matte. Okay. This is going to give a lot of coverage, but it's not going to feel very heavy on the skin. Again, it's going to give a matte finish. The shade I got is in the shade Buff, which is looking a little bit light. Uh-oh. Well, let's see what happens with this. Well, this is gonna be trouble. Yeah, no, that's a bit light. Oh well, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Oh my gosh. This is so high coverage. I felt like I didn't put a lot on my brush. And like, let's try and blend this in a little bit. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have like a mask on my face. Look at me. Like, what is this? Like, do you see my skin right now? No, you don't. You just see foundation. Literally have not picked up any more product on my hand, just been rubbing it into my face. Just been taking what I have and smearing it around for the rest of my complexion. Take note, everyone, Jouer does not mess around when they say high coverage. Oh my gosh, that was intense. Again, the shade is a little bit on the light side, but the coverage is good. If you are looking for like a high coverage foundation, this is no joke. Obviously, we'll have to see how this wears throughout the day. Like if it's gonna peel off or look patchy by the end of the day, like this isn't worth it. But from a first impression standpoint, that is just, it has covered everything, but it doesn't look heavy on the skin. So that's awesome. So far, so good. And now on to powder, because none of you mentioned a concealer that I had not tried yet. So powder it is. And the powder we're going to use today is by Bobbi Brown. This is their Retouching powder, and the one I could get is the pink one, which is supposed to help with any sallowness and dullness. It's not supposed to show up like super bright pink on your face. So I'm just going to sweep it on my face because I feel like using a velour or anything like super intense is just going to enhance the pinkness. You kind of want to just dust it over. I'm kind of curious how this is going to look under the eyes. I want to use a bit of a smaller brush when like applying it there. But like so far I'm not seeing anything super pink. So far it feels pretty good, like it's setting my makeup nicely. It doesn't feel very heavy. It's smoothing over the product really well. It's not enhancing any texture or anything. Looks good, looks good. Next I'm gonna go on to another product by Wander Beauty, and I have really destroyed the packaging. This is their On the Glow blush. And again, a lot of you guys wanted me to talk more about Wander Beauty products, so here we go. This is going to add some color, a little bit of illumination, and it has a cream to powder formula that's just going to like blend really smoothly into the skin. One side, other side. Oh, okay. So this is the berry one. So we have this sort of like a berry tone there, which really matches my shirt very nicely. I did not plan this at all. And then it has an illuminator on the other side. Oh, okay, interesting. I thought it was sort of like a 2-in-1 kind of thing, you know, like it's gonna have a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's also a blush, but no, dual-ended. Okay, so I'm going to start it a little further back. Oh, that's bright. And I'm gonna use a foundation brush just to kind of blend it out. Okay. I mean, it's bright, but it is blending. Oh, that is pretty. It's nice to add a little bit of life back into my face. The formula is very, very smooth. And again, it just gives a very nice, soft kind of effect to the skin. And it's not like it's just disappearing off the face either. Like if I'm blending it in, sometimes with like more cream products, they tend to just sort of like entirely blend out. And this one I can still see the color, which is good. And it's just, it looks like my skin is just naturally rosy. I like it, very pretty, very pretty. Also another thing, it's not patchy. That's another thing that I have about cream products. Sometimes they're patchy. And now let's try this highlighter now that I have a little bit of bronzer on and finished up under the eyes. Because guys, butter bronzer is not underrated. It's very good, don't get me wrong, but not underrated. Fingers crossed this is not too dark for my skin tone. It's very pink. It's also very, very subtle. I don't know if I love this as much. Like I don't really see anything like super highlighted on my skin. I don't know. For that reason, I don't love this product. I do like the blush end. I think that's really, really pretty. We'll use that again, but the highlight's not really doing it for me. But I do have a powder highlight I want to put on. A lot of you guys were saying that Makeup Revolution as a brand is fairly underrated. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like there are a lot of products that get a lot of hype that are from Makeup Revolution, but I see what you mean. There are some products that kind of like fly under the radar a little bit. And one particular product type you guys wanted me to use was their highlight. So I'm going to use their Triple Baked Highlight. This is the Goddess of Love. It's a little bit on the pinky side. I've done a full buy or buy on the Makeup Revolution brand and all of their products and testing them out for several months. Some of them I like, some of them I don't like. They are very chalky. This one has a very, very pink undertone. It's quite bright and it's pretty looking on, but it's not something I would choose on a regular basis. If there are any particular shades that you guys really like, list them down below so I could try them out, because maybe I missed one. This shade does seem to work for my look today though, so we're gonna go with it. Okay, now let's move into a lip color. I actually have two different lip products I want to test out today. One is the Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color. This is by Rimmel, and a specific shade you guys had mentioned is the shade Blush. So I want to check that out, see what that's all about. I have tried these out before and I do like the consistency of them. They have an interesting smell. It's like really cheap candy. The color is really pretty though. Honestly, I did not plan this at all. My entire look is very monochromatic. Ooh, this blush shade is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, where has this been all my life? I really like the formula. It gives this almost like blurred matte kind of effect, which I'm really digging right now. And I actually just got a whole bunch of stuff in the mail from Rimmel, which is their like Stay Satin liquid lipstick, which I believe is something new. So maybe for Sunday, I'll test out a whole bunch of new drugstore product. So make sure you're subscribed if you're interested. And then on top of this, I want to apply the Essence Shine 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 Wet Look Lip Gloss. You guys were saying it's just a really great formula. Actually, I think I saw an article recently through Reddit that it was really, really great, and a lot of people aren't talking about it. So let's put some of this on. Oh, the formula of this is really nice. Like, it doesn't feel sticky. It's not too thick. And it gives a really good gloss level is strong in here. That's really pretty. The only thing I don't like is that the applicator is really gonna discolor over time. And then this entire bottle is going to look disgusting. Essence, please change the packaging so I don't have to be embarrassed about carrying around this gloss in my purse. And then for a setting spray, this one is interesting because I also hadn't heard anything about this. I didn't even know this product existed until somebody had brought it up. It is the OFRA Makeup Fixer. It's a light refreshing, I don't know how to talk today. Light refreshing mist that keeps makeup in place all day. Again, something I didn't even know existed. But let's see what the spray is like. A little bit on the aggressive side, and it smells very perfumey. Let's put it on the face. Okay, I have to say that's a pretty wet setting spray. You just dry that down a little bit. That has a very strong perfume scent, just a heads up to everyone. It is very intense, but we'll see if it holds up my makeup for the rest of the day. So I'm gonna go about doing my thing rest of the day, and I will check in with you guys tonight. We'll see how everything is looking. Hey guys, okay, it is now at the end of the day, and this is what my makeup is looking like. You know what? It's holding up pretty well. The only thing is under my eyes, you can see my mascara is transferring, and that tends to happen to me when I haven't set my under eye area really well. So that might be it. I don't think that's necessarily the Bobbi Brown powder's fault. That's just more like my personal, the way my eye is. It always needs to be set well. But let's talk about these products a little bit and my final verdict on them. First of all, the eyeshadow, while I do think it is pretty, the level of effort that went into trying to blend these out, it was a lot. So it's just not gonna be something I'm going to reach for. It was just way too much effort to blend it out. The mascara is nice. My lashes have fallen a little bit on the one side though. It's not my favorite mascara ever, but it's not bad. I really like the Rimmel Stay Matte in Blush. That's a beautiful color, such a gorgeous finish. Really enjoyed that. Not super long lasting. It did sort of wear off throughout the day, especially in eating and stuff like that, but it was really nice. This liner from Essence, honestly guys, this was amazing. It has held up so well on my eyes. It's still super black, really, really easy to apply and cheap. This is so cheap. And what else do we have here? Oh, my arm is getting so sore. I need to work out. The foundation actually looks really good on my skin. Very high coverage, but it is held up well. And I've been editing and stuff, so my face has been on my hand and stuff, and it hasn't really budged at all. Everything's held up really well. The Maybelline stick seems to have blurred out my pores, sort of filled them in, I guess. It's not my favorite primer. There are other ones that I like better, but this one seemed to have done the job. But this one seems to have done the job really well. What else? The blush stick. I feel like a lot of the blush has faded. You can see sort of that really soft contour line from my bronzer, but I'm not really seeing that same pop of mauve on my cheeks that I was seeing earlier. So that's a little disappointing, though I do really like those gold eye masks. Those are amazing. The powder highlight from Makeup Revolution is still looking really, really good. If you guys were on my Insta story and you saw it, I got a lot of comments from you guys being like, what is that? So now you know. It's really, really pretty. And then the OFRA Makeup Fixer. I'm sure that is part of the reason my face makeup still looks really good and didn't really transfer that much throughout the day. I think this has done a really great job. It's just really perfumey. I can see myself not reaching for it as much because it's super perfumey, though it did a really, really good job. So I'm really glad that I tried it because I probably will use this again. What do you guys think of these products? Which of these is your absolute favorite? Did you leave me a comment? Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think of this look. If any of these products you haven't tested before are ones you're interested in, I want to know. Make sure you check out all the videos on the side here in case you have missed any, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on new videos every Thursday and Sunday. And that's everything. I hope you guys are having an awesome, awesome week, and I will see you guys all on Sunday. Love you all. Mwah. Oh, I almost forgot the gloss. I'm wearing it on my lips right now so you can see what it looks like without any lip color underneath, and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful, like immediately going in my purse. It's so nice, but like seriously, Essence packaging, need to change it. Okay, now I'm gonna go now. Bye. Mwah.